this is a bit of a baptism of fire after only 4 weeks after your injury. You're still not fully healed, are you?
No, it's knitting together nicely. I mean, I've not had any setbacks during this race, but I've definitely I've been aware of it. You know, I've been trying to nurse it a bit and like take the hand off the bar over bumps and things. So
It's like it's just not your collarbone, is it? It's also your ribs as well.
yeah, there's that, and there's I don't know, there's something in the shoulder, and there's a lot of clicking, and you know, like I said before, I've not received the best medical care because I'm not dying from it. You know, I'm not a priority, so just been enough to get on with it. But I'll go and get it looked at. You know.
Like I say, because it was a horrific injury, wasn't it? Because you crashed at the Lincoln at sort of like 44 mile per hour, you were saying?
Yeah, something pretty quick. Yeah. But I didn't have the luxury of sliding down the road. You know, I just stopped dead. So
took the marshal with you as well, you said.
Yeah, but I think that was worse of anything because all I like the I don't know, my insides, all the muscles and whatever else there is in there, they were so sort of swollen. I couldn't do a lot for ages. So yeah.
So I guess this race coming out here was a test. You knew you weren't going to be fit enough because 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off on a turbo trainer just isn't going to make you ready for the Tourmalet, is it?
No, I mean the goal of doing the turbo training was to sort of like preserve my fitness as best as I could. But obviously, you know, it's you're going to lose some. And for the first 2 weeks, I wasn't doing anything intense on the trainer just because I was so swollen. I couldn't let my breathing go too high because I couldn't keep up with it, you know, because of the ribs and everything. So I'd say 2 weeks. I mean, the first sort of 10 days, I wasn't even in cycling kit. I was just in normal shorts and trainers because I couldn't put bibs on and my legs were too swollen and everything. But yeah, the last 10 days had done some intensity.
But I mean, coming to the Tourmalet, you've never really ridden anything that long, have you?
No.
And it was a real test to basically see where you were fitness-wise, but also, you know, just to test to, I guess, see your climbing legs, because you've got the potential, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I've had really good sensations on the bike through, you know, a bit of sickness and then this injury and everything. And although I have felt good at times in this race, but I think today was just asking too much, especially on climbs like that. I mean, you need to be at your best form, at your leanest, that, you know, everything needs to be right. And you know, I was optimistic, but that could maybe, you know, cause a bit of a surprise. But I think it was asking a bit too much, really.
I would say because you're a little bit heavier now than you were at the start of the year, mainly because of your injury, and you've had 4 weeks off, so and you're still not mended. So are you really disappointed with your results?
No. I mean, now I've looked at it a bit more, you know, with a bit more realistic head on my shoulders. I'm sort of fairly satisfied with it. Yeah, I lost 20 minutes, but I was on my own that time, and up front there were, you know, movie star were drilling it. I wasn't smashing myself, I was just riding tempo. So 3 hours on my own, if you look at it that way, I lost less than 7 minutes per hour, and I think that's all right, you know.
And you were making ground back on that third climb, and which was pretty harsh. That climb.
Yeah, and no one knew about that. We didn't have any information on it, and it was just like someone's driveway, but 10 kilometres of it and steep. Yeah.
That was a surprise, but I say you were making ground back there, weren't you? So that was positive signs.
Yeah, I felt stronger there. I mean, I think I had to choose a point on the Tourmalet to let go of the front group. You know, at first I felt comfortable, and then the signs start, you know, you get the signs you're in and out the saddle and you're changing gears a lot, and that's usually a sign where you know, your time's numbered there. And yeah, I just had to, you know, say that, just drop off it now, because if I tried to, I've done it before, and maybe I could have made it over the top with that group, but that would be finished then for the rest of the day. So yeah.
There's more to come though, I guess.
Yeah.
You've had a pretty exciting year this year though, haven't you? I mean, it's not that you've come out of nowhere, because you've got a fantastic past, but you've been ill for a few years, and then you've obviously decided that this is your goal now. You want to sort of like make a name for yourself out there?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I couldn't have asked for any more at the start of the season, and you know, I didn't expect it to go like that. I knew I'd be going well because I had a fantastic winter. Towards the end of it, my preparation was sort of, I had to change it a bit and based it a lot around turbo training, but I already had a massive foundation, and to be honest, I needed those intervals and that there. So I think I don't think anything could have gone better really. I think it all just came in.
I mean, a lot of people though in your situation, because you were really good. You had a really good palmares as a younger rider, and then you were really ill for quite a few years, and you basically gave it up, and you took up drinking and eating kebabs and generally having life with Riley. So, what made you sort of suddenly go, I want to do that again?
Well, firstly, I mean, I got ill and everything, and then I don't know how long that would have affected me for. It was, I chose to stop and take the time I did. I mean, I did kind of think maybe I'll come back at one point, but other things just got in the way.
Life.
Yeah, definitely. But I think it was after a couple of years, or the best part of 3 years, and I just thought, I'd watch racing on the TV, and I started to get interested in it again. I thought, hang on, I don't even own a bike. I haven't done any exercise for a couple of years now, and it's got to change. So, yeah, I just got myself a racing license and bought myself a bike. The shop I worked in sort of helped me out quite a lot financially with that, and it just, once you start winning some local races, you up your ambition a bit, and and that sort of falls into line with your fitness coming along. So
yeah. So how come you chose road then? Because I mean, you have done it in the past. You've dabbled with mountain biking as well.
Yeah.
Like you said, complete with baggy shorts and hairy legs.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the scene just died off. I raced it as a youth and as a junior, and I had some pretty good results. Used to win quite a few races, but when I came to race senior, and I saw I podiumed at whatever the MPS was, and I got given the Lucozade bottle for that, and I thought there just wasn't a competition. It wasn't the professionalism. And I started road racing, and it was a totally different scene, and the level was a lot higher, and there was a lot more to aspire to, basically.
And of course, you are aspiring, because your future's looking pretty bright for you at the moment. You're sort of like big news, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, off the back of the first part of the year, really. I think I've paid for that in bad luck. What I had in good luck, I've had in bad luck since, and I'm hoping to turn that around now. But fortunately, just from what I did in those first couple of months, has got me a lot of interest, and so I've got some options for next year. Moving on.
Like I say, you've basically made a big stir in the professional world, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, that wasn't my aim to. I wanted to do that over the course of the year, and I didn't know it'd be intensified, into the space of just a handful of races. But I mean, not complaining.
You pretty excited about the future?
Yeah, definitely. Just I mean, this year already, our program with Enduro. I mean, I've got to race. Races with a lot of history and things that I'd always wanted to do. So the chance to ride maybe Pro Tour next year and race some of the big races and the classics, which I think will suit me. Really excited about that.
You've been racing with Enduro this year. Has it been a good team to be with?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I mean, all the guys from the off at the training camp, I knew kind of half of them, but everyone gelled. There were no egos, it was made clear that everyone would get their chance, and that's been true. So yeah, it's been a really good setup and a bunch of guys to work with. Yeah.
So you're pleased that Enduro themselves have made a big splash on the continent as well, haven't they?
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, I kind of started it off, and it got things rolling along, and then what with Russ and the other guys, and even Eric, he's like the youngest guy on the team, but he's been picking up wins. Over half the guys in the team have won races now, and that momentum's just continued, and we've yet to have a bad race. All right, here we've been hammered a little bit, but in the main, every weekend has been a success, which is I've never been in a team that's had that.
And do you think that's part of the fact that it's such good teamwork, like all the guys that you said, all the guys gel?
Yeah, definitely, and like I said, no one's there's no set roles. So if someone's going well, You know, we'll change things around to just to get the best out of the team. You know, so that's why it's shown in so many different people. The wins being spread out with, you know, with different people. It's not just one or two guys.
So, and you're basically gonna work out your year with Enduro, aren't you? Because I know you've had offers on the table already.
Yeah.
But you're committed to Enduro.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because it's a good team to work with, huh?
Yeah, for sure. And they've they showed, they've put a lot of faith in me, helped me get to where I am. So I kind of, I owe them that.